Hello and welcome to the 300th episode of The Loop. I'm Matt Bruning.
And I'm Erin McBride. 300 episodes is quite a milestone. Telling ODOT's story has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sure has, and we couldn't have gotten here without all of you watching, giving us story ideas, and doing some amazing things for us to talk about. Did you know that if you were to watch every episode of The Loop back to back to back, it would take you 19 hours and 51 minutes to finish?
Wow, sounds like you had a really exciting weekend.
Yeah, something like that.
A safety project in the village of Woodsfield in Monroe County will convert parking in a downtown business district to reverse angle parking.
One of the major items, crash types that we've had, have been backing from angle parking spots.
Well, always up for a good demonstration, ODOT District 10 held Parking Palooza this week to give drivers a chance to try it out and get some tips from the experts.
A couple years ago, District 10 did a similar event ahead of the opening of Morgan County's first roundabout, a creative way to introduce and educate drivers about a new traffic concept.
Well, have you ever been stopped on a bridge and felt it bounce as traffic goes across it? Don't be scared. Our Who Knew Guru shows us why that's not a bad thing.
Why do bridges bounce? That's a great question. So I brought in our bridge expert, Tim Keller, here to tell us that it's really not a problem. Hey Tim, take it away, my man.
Okay, Who Knew? I've got an equation up on the board here of how beams deflect. So the equation is delta, which is the deflection, equals PL cubed over 48 EI, where L is the length of the span, E is the modulus of elasticity, I is the moment of inertia, and P is the load.
Look, man, I can't understand any of this. All I know is that it's making me hungry.
All right, Dave, I tell you what, I'll explain it so even you can understand it. What I've got here is our beam and our bridge. So here's our supports, here's our beam. When I push down on our beam, it deflects. So the amount of deflection is based on the material properties, which this being wood, the span length, and the shape of the beam.
Okay, Tim, I got it. That makes sense.
We design our beams to be elastic. What does that mean? Well, with the yardstick here, when I push down and I take the load off, it goes back to its original shape. Now when it's inelastic, that's not a good thing. Inelastic, what happens is we push down, when we take the load off, it stays deflected. That's not how we design our beams.
Deflection, elasticity, starting to understand. Now you have one more example.
You ask why they bounce. So here's a rubber band, and here's our beam now. And when I push down on it and let go, you can see it vibrates. If you were a little guy standing on this rubber band, what you would feel is the bridge bouncing.
I finally get it, Tim.
You see, Dave, it's not that complicated. Even you understand it now. Who knew?
Sounds like the Who Knew got schooled this week. Well, litter is a big problem, and you've heard us talk about it a lot lately. Last Friday, ODOT teamed up with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources and Ohio EPA for a litter summit.
Governor Mike DeWine kicked things off by talking about how litter isn't just ugly, it's costly. In fact, ODOT and all local government entities around the state spend around $48 million each year dealing with other people's trash. Keep America Beautiful estimates there are 152 pieces of litter out there for each and every American.
The summit focused not only on ways to better deal with cleaning up all that trash, but preventing it from happening in the first place. You'll be seeing a lot more about the new A Little Litter is a Big Problem anti-litter campaign.
It's easy to put trash in a trash can at a gas station, rest area, restaurant, or even your own home. When you're hauling something, make sure you're properly securing it. If we all do a little, we can make a big impact.
Get more ODOT news online at transportation.ohio.gov. Follow us on social media and keep sending those great story ideas and feedback to loop@dot.ohio.gov.
And now, you're in the loop.